And I think it's a really interesting topic to move on to. Were you surprised by the level of compliance that Western societies had to these lockdowns that came in within a matter of weeks, removing fundamental civil liberties?
I was so ill during the time when that was all happening that I really didn't have the opportunity to think about it from above in some sense, you know. So I was probably maybe at my worst when COVID first hit, maybe. It's hard to say. So I couldn't think about such things, and I'm trying to sort that out in my mind now. I mean, we certainly imitated totalitarian China almost instantly, right? Which is quite striking. Now, it's possible that we're primed to imitate the first actor in a crisis, right? Like a herd. And so in a herd, one animal gets spooked and runs, and they all follow because, well, running means you won't get eaten. And if there's nothing there, well, then you're just a bit out of breath, you know. So it's not a bad mistake. But we did imitate a totalitarian country, and we accepted these lockdowns. But everybody was in a state of crisis and terror. And so who knew how dangerous the COVID virus really was? And then by the time we sorted out how dangerous it was to the degree we have, well, all of that had already been swallowed. Having said that, I am still surprised at the level of desire for those sorts of lockdowns. And the fact that I was talking with, I think it was Stephen Crowder this week, and about the app in Australia. I'm hoping I get this right. I believe you take a photograph of yourself and you send it to the authorities, the police, and they know where you are and they know if the background is that place, so you're there. And I was thinking, how do we know that app's not more dangerous than the virus? Because I think it might be. It could well be. And I mean this, I'm dead serious about that. I'm dead serious about that. That is really something, that app. It's really something. And it spreads electronically far faster than the virus, and it infects the political system to God only knows what an extent. And so, yes, I'm very concerned about that. I don't like the mandated vaccines. I think that's a dreadful error. I think it's a terrible mistake. And I think it's an indication of failure of policy, especially in a country like Canada, because everybody could just go to the pharmacy and get the vaccines. So in some sense, the government and the health authorities have already done everything reasonable they can do. Here's the vaccines. We think they work. It's up to you. And if you don't take them, we're going to open up and away we go, like back to our normal lives. That's how I think it should go. And I think the mandated vaccines are a terrible idea. I think they're going to cause far more trouble than any good they can do.